This is Boston Chris with another great episode of the ETX ROCKS Show.
Louise here.
D Scribs.
Featuring all genres and styles of entertainment.
And coming to the ETX ROCKS.
Let's hear it from Louise, please.
From the unheralded and unheard to the legends and beyond.
Out of the box with ETX ROCKS.
It's awesome.
We keep them coming.
$5, that's pocket change.
Well, hey, y'all, this is Haley McDaniel. Are y'all ready for this?
ETX ROCKS Show is the greatest show of all time, okay?
We are ETX ROCKS.
The ETX ROCKS Show is the best show of all time, say? The other shows, you're good, you're real good. As long as we're around, you'll be second best, say?
Cut.
This is important, so grab a pen. We are mobile audio and video productions serving East Texas and surrounding areas. We're running a special for electronic press kits, also known as promos or EPKs. For $496 with everything included, we will come to your location, film and record your band's live performance, interview band members, then create a professional package with graphics and effects delivered to you in the digital format of your choice, ready to be uploaded to your band's website, Facebook page, or YouTube channel. The packages we prepare can also be pretty valuable tools to send to venues, booking agents, or promoters, even record labels. You take your band seriously, make sure the world does too. Here's our number, 903-738-3881. Check out mobileaudiolabs.com. Find us on Facebook, Mobile Audio and Video Productions.
To take you to his mansion in the sky.
It's the song I dreaded most. Now here I sit and write it. This pain I can't describe it, but I know you're up there smiling. Did your mom and dad greet you when you walked up to the gates? A whole new life, I know everything is great. I'm gonna miss your sense of humor, but most of all your love. When push came to shove, you taught me to be tough. You're the one I cherish most. I hope I make you proud. Every game, home or away, always in the crowd. You were my biggest fan. I hear you screaming loud. You'll always be with me, I'll never be without. Taught me a lot about life and always there for me. You inspired me to be the best that I could be. You had the strongest courage, definition to fight. You fought the mighty battle and never had fright. You're a winner in my book, cause you never lost sight of the greater things in life. That's what comforts me tonight. I don't wanna let go, but I know you're going home. You gained a set of wings and a pure gold halo. Say hello to my friends, I know you're looking out for me. You're the greatest man I knew. I love you, rest in peace. I don't wanna let go, but I know you're going home. You gained a set of wings and a pure gold halo. Say hello to my friends, I know you're looking out for me. You're the greatest man I knew. I love you, rest in peace. I can't forget those Friday nights when we went to watch Josh. That's when we gained a bond that would never be lost. You crossed my mind a million times just today alone. I know you're watching from your throne, so therefore I'm not alone. I wish heaven had a phone so I could hear your voice again. Not only my granddaddy, also my best friend. Your birthday's coming soon, there's no better way to spend the day than being with your friends, talking to no end. You transcended in life, now heaven is your home. Walking in the streets of gold with the most beautiful tone. The love that you shown will forever carry on. Thinking of the memories helps me stay strong. A lifelong angel, and now you have your wings. All the things you ever wanted, fulfilling all your dreams. Every time I want to scream and cry, I look up to the sky. I just wanna make you proud, I'll see you on the other side. I don't wanna let go, but you're going home. You gained a set of wings and a pure gold halo. Say hello to my friends, I know you're looking out for me. To the greatest man I knew, I love you, rest in peace. I don't wanna let go, but I know you're going home. You gained a set of wings and a pure gold halo. Say hello to my friends, I know you're looking out for me. To the greatest man I knew, I love you, rest in peace.
You see, I don't really go in much like this, but this one was too special to me, too near to my heart. First of all, I'd like to say I wish heaven had a phone, so I can pick it up and call my loved ones and my friends that have passed and gone away. But I hope to link up with you in heaven one day.
I don't wanna let go, but I know you're going home. You gained a set of wings and a pure gold halo. Say hello to my friends, I know you're looking out for me. To the greatest man I knew, I love you, rest in peace. I don't wanna let go, but I know you're going home. You gained a set of wings and a pure gold halo. Say hello to my friends, I know you're looking out for me. To the greatest man I knew, I love you, rest in peace.
Man, what a great video. That was inspiration to me by our new friend Airborn. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How y'all doing?
So this is another great episode of the ETX ROCKS Show. This is Dig It with D Scribs. We are at Season 2, Episode 32. And finally, we got some more hip-hop on the show. I've been waiting patiently, and we got a good one, too. We got Airborn, also known as Scholar Buchanan. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. So my first question is, my favorite thing to ask an MC is, you know, how they get their name. So where did the name Airborn come from?
It came because I like to take flight. I like to get airborne. So that's just how the name came along. Somebody gave it to me when I was like 17 years old, and it's stuck, and I ran with it.
See, I think I've had like 10 different rap names because I couldn't stick with one. So then eventually I was like, you know what, just go with your original name because, I don't know, I was not that, my name did not fit my rap style, I'll just say that.
I hear you.
So being from, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say, my first name was Young Cannon.
Oh, yeah,
and then I moved to Airborne.
See, I went from D Young, D Brown, and then someone was like, Brown D, like, no, that doesn't sound good. So being from Texas, especially East Texas, you know, it's mainly country music and, you know, kind of southern rock. So a lot of people don't know that there's this huge hip-hop scene in East Texas. You know, so what moment in your life did you realize you wanted to do hip-hop and rap?
It was just, I was younger. I found a lot of influence through Paul Wall and Eminem, because growing up, they were the two white rappers that were in the hip-hop industry that were big. And I couldn't really sing that well, so I know I couldn't go with country or any of that, so I just went with rap, and I worked on it and kept working, trying to perfect the craft, and still continuing to mature and grow in it right now.
You know, so speaking on Paul Wall and Eminem, were there any other influences you had growing up hip-hop wise?
I listened to a lot of Tupac once I got into high school, and Biggie. Like I said, you know, I'm a fan of all genres of music. So I'm a music head all the way around. So, I mean, there were more than just rappers that influenced music for me. It was Kenny Chesney. I mean, yeah, like it was just different people that would just the music that they made, and
I find that cool, man, because I know some of the best hip hop comes from, you know, using samples from like songs you would never like. I know Phil Collins gets sampled a lot, you know, and like who else? I think like Johnny Cash was sampled at one point. Just some of the greatest stuff comes from other genres. I think that's pretty cool. So speaking of samples, man, you use the Delta Dawn for your Inspiration of Me video. So how did that come about? Why was that so important to use?
I come from a very strong Christian background, and my granddad had passed away, and that's who the song is for. The only thing that I could think of when I went to my producer to get the production for that song was something with a southern gospel feel, as well as like blues, and Delta Dawn just fit the part best, and from there just ran with it, and it fits the song.
It fit perfectly too. Like I remember clicking on the video, and I was like, I know this song. My grandpa played this song too. And by the way, my grandpa was a huge influence to me. So hearing that song, I mean, I thank you for that, man. Like, it's cool to hear something that I can, connect to and stuff. So that was awesome.
Thank you. Yes.
So my favorite thing about hip hop is the culture. Hip hop has expanded worldwide. I mean, I literally just listened to a Korean rap group the other day. Like, I mean, it's just all over the world.
Yes.
So what do you think it is about hip hop that latches on to people?
It's the catchy hooks, the catchy styles. Everybody's trying to maintain their own lane and to get to where they want to be. And so since everybody has their own lane, there's all these different styles and all that. Like, you have trap soul, you have trap music these days, you have hip hop, like, and then there's like original hip hop. I mean, there's so many different styles and lanes that people have. So my focus is to just stay in the lane that I have and just continue pursuing that. And
so just being original in your own style.
Being original, yes.
And that brings me to my next question. This is something I like to ask pretty much anybody that raps and stuff. I know the biggest thing about being an MC, you're not really considered an MC unless you write your own stuff and do your own thing. And I can tell you do. And I mean, it's great. So for people like, what is your opinion on ghostwriting? And for those that don't know what ghostwriting is, it's when you have someone else writing your own raps and then you go in and record it. So what's your opinion on that?
I mean, some people have stronger writing skills than others. That doesn't necessarily make an artist, but I don't really believe that it's original if you have somebody ghostwrite for you.
Thank you.
It's not you. It's not from you. It's not from your heart. It's not you. That's somebody else. And it's hard in hip hop to rap lyrics that somebody else wrote because you don't know how they wrote the lyrics. So you have to find your own way. So it's not going to sound the way that it's really supposed to.
So speaking on that, I just had a debate with a friend, that was trying to tell me that, because Drake apparently got caught ghostwriting, and Drake's actually not cared. He's like, I'm making money, whatever. So then you listen to Kendrick's new album that just came out, and it's like, okay, Kendrick wins because he wrote his own stuff, and he's by far a better rapper, regardless if Drake wrote it or not. That's just my opinion. So I respect you 100% for writing your own stuff and being original. It's good to see. I have to say, Texas rap, back then I remember it was a huge deal with, you had Slim Thug and Mike Jones and Paul Wall popping and stuff like that. It was from that; those were the people I looked up to in Zero. But it's kind of been quiet. What do you think the hip hop needs to do what Texas needs to do to get their hip hop back on the scene?
More artists need to start working together. That's all it is. Like I was saying, everybody's trying to have their own lanes, but whenever you take those lanes and you want to collab those lanes, you can come up with so much different sounds and everything like that. You can reach out to totally different fan bases just by networking and collaborating with other artists. So that's what I feel like needs to happen more in today's hip hop is more artists need to collab with each other and network.
I agree with that 100%. Especially there's a guy out now from Fort Worth named Post Malone. Never heard of him, but like it doesn't sound anything like Texas to me. So it's like I think it's cool to see somebody from Texas trying to branch out and get, because I know a lot of Houston rappers. They're like, we're gonna stay in Houston and that's it. We're not gonna go. And I think they should branch out. Honestly, I mean Zero is probably the biggest Texas rapper in the game right now. I think he should go do songs with everybody. Man, that's what I would be doing. So after listening to your mixtape Delay, which I strongly advise people to go listen to it. I mean, it's incredible. You can download it on datpiff.com. I enjoyed it, man. I especially love the East Texas song. So what's the story behind Delay, how did that project come about?
Delay came about, it was after Flight 903, which was my first mixtape. I released that back in 2012. Okay. Well, it took me a total of 4 years to get this project finished. I had files that got erased. I had a bunch of different setbacks, and so the name Delay fit the mixtape perfect because I ended up having to go back and re-record the whole project. So, yeah, I mean that took time, and I just took time to manicure my project and put it together, and I did a couple of test runs with it, and once somebody came back to me and told me that they let it play from 1 through 20, and they went to like Shreveport or somewhere like that. They said they let it play 1 through 20 all the way. I was like, that's it. And with that was how it came about, and I finished it right then. I was like, this is it. I can't touch it anymore.
And I could tell you did too, man, because it's like I know a lot of people, and I've been guilty of doing this too. Y'all go in the studio and lay down my verse, and I'm done. Song's over with. And then you go back and listen to it, like, man, I could have done this, I could have done that. So are you kind of glad that the fact that you got to kind of, you know, redo it? I mean, what changed from the original to what you did in the finished product?
I felt like I got better along the process. I matured and I've been growing through my music. And so right now I'm starting to get on more real life topics and less of like, let's go party, let's go do this. I'm starting to get more in depth into my heart and let people know who I really am. So Delay, you know, it was a good process for me because, like I said, I had setbacks, which allowed me to grow and work on my music in more ways than, I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise, really. Definitely. So Delay is named Delay for a reason. And
then you can definitely tell that the maturity and the inspirations to me. You know, I mean, it's pure poetry. Like, to me, good hip hop is poetry. You know, if you're talking about, you know, I'm slanging dope and partying and girls are twerking, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's good to, you know, when you have that story that everyone can relate to, I mean, that's how you boom in the business. So speaking about mixtapes, you know, I know a lot of artists kind of don't do mixtapes, they kind of just do albums and stuff. Why is it important for hip hop artists to do mixtapes?
You want to keep your fans interested in you, and you want to keep them tuned in to let them know that you're actually really working. So right now I have my album called Bad Intuitions. I plan on releasing that in July. So really I just gave them delay while I finish working up while I finish up my album, and then once that's done, then they're gonna have a mixtape and an album. So I have 14 songs on my album. So got about 3 left to record.
So being that this is the ETX Rock Show and we mostly have, you know, country music and rock, a lot of people don't necessarily know the difference between what a mixtape is and an album. So what's the difference between the two?
An album is going to be pretty much all original music, every production, everything from the ground up. With a mixtape, you can just go grab some beats offline and just write and make a song and put together the mixtape. You know?
Right, you do freestyle.
Yeah, different stuff. Like I have a couple freestyles on Delay, so
very good ones too.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's just the differences. It's originality, and then some of it's not original.
I know some of my favorite, one of my favorite rappers of all time is Lil Wayne. Just growing up, that's who I liked. Not only because his albums were cool, but I was always looking forward to that mixtape, man. Like, once you knew Wayne was coming out with a new mixtape, I'm downloading immediately.
Exactly.
So another thing I like to talk about is beef in hip hop. I know a lot of artists today are, you know, I think they're pushing their careers with beef. So why is beef in hip hop so important? And for those that don't know what beef is like, for the 90s people, you had your Tupac and your Biggies, and then you had your, Jay-Z and Nas, and then, so it's basically when two artists are not liking each other very much, so they're going at each other in songs, you know, just calling each other out. But it's like competition. So why is that so important in the hip hop career?
It makes you hungrier. Whenever you know that you have someone coming after you, you know that you have to come back for them. So that's what it's about. It makes you hungrier. It gives you more drive to really just reach more people and everything like that, because people are trying to take down your career, and you just want to show them, haha, you're not about to do that to me.
Exactly. I think one of my favorite things is when, you know, a rapper calls somebody out and then they fire back with something even like crazier. Like, as much as I don't like Drake's ghostwriting thing, I mean, he made Meek Mill look terrible. Y'all should look that up. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, man.
So we're going to get back to the Inspiration to Me video. So what was the story behind that? I know you said your grandfather was a huge inspiration to you and stuff.
Yeah, my granddad, he had passed away. Really, I started writing a song like early the morning that he passed away, and it just started. I just had the chorus wrote out, and it's like, I don't want to let go, but I know you're going home. You gained a set of wings and a pure go hello. Say hello to my friends now. You're looking out for me. To the greatest man I knew. I love you. Rest in peace. And he was in hospice in Tyler, so we knew that his time was very limited, and they'd already told it. And I mean, we never gave up on him, but he was a fighter. He had cancer. He had battled for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
So technically he won the battle. And that's like in the first verse of the song, I said, you fought the mighty battle and never had fright. Right. You're a winner in my book because you never lost sight of the greater things in life. That's what comforts me tonight. because he battled cancer. He fought for so long. It was just one of those songs that I hated to write. I dreaded writing that song the most, and because he was such an inspiration to me. Like he was like seriously like one of my best friends, and me and him shared such a special bond. And whenever I had to write that song, that was like a real pivotal
It's like you didn't
point.
even want to have to be writing that song.
I didn't want to.
Right.
But what was special was I made it up to Tyler. It was shortly after he passed away that morning, and I went into his room, and they say, you know, after death, people have a certain amount of time where they can still hear you. Well, I made it into the room during that window, and I went up to him, and the people with the funeral home and everything were there, and they gave me a minute by myself. What I went and did was I opened up my phone, and I looked at the chorus that I just wrote, and I knew that I was still in that window. And my music career meant a lot to my granddad, so he really wanted me to succeed, and so I grabbed his hand and I read the chorus to him, and I felt at that point in time, I felt pure comfort, and I held on to the song really for about 1.5 years before I even put it out. And yeah, because it was just one of those, I didn't want to go back to that phase of my life where I was in that depressing state, and some events happened in life, and I got back in that state, and I ended up recording the song the day before his birthday and releasing it on his birthday this past year. So that was my goal to begin with. When I first wrote it, was try to get it knocked out in 2015 when I had first wrote it, but it didn't work out that way. I recorded it 2 times, then on the 3rd time I got it down. They say 3rd time's the charm.
Oh yeah.
So I really felt like he was with me through the whole recording process, and he didn't allow me to have it right until it was the way it was supposed to be, and I couldn't be any more thankful for that.
Man, and I can't be more thankful just to hear that song, man. Like I said, my grandfather was a huge inspiration to me. Being, you know, I know being in Texas, and, you know, to be honest, when you're a white rapper and you live in a white family, most of them don't want you to be a rapper. My grandfather listened to, like, you know, the 50s doo-wop, but I showed him my mixtape, and he turned his hat sideways, and, you know, we rode the whole time he was listening to my stuff. So that song, I'm not gonna lie to you, man, like, I listen to a lot of rap music. Not once have I ever, like, cried to a song, but I listened to that and was like, tears. I noticed I had a tear in my eye, man. I was like, man, this dude's got me crying watching YouTube,
man,
thanking my grandfather. So thank you for that, man. It's nice to hear a song and a story that, you know, reminds you of something that happened in your life. So thank you for that, man.
Yeah, thank you. And it really means a lot that I'm able to touch people in that way and relate to them. That's really what my ultimate goal is for this year, is to reach more people and to touch them in that kind of way. That way that they can feel, I want to put myself in my fans' shoes, and I want my fans to really see who I am as a person and everything like that. So I really appreciate that feedback, man.
So I want to get into this debut album you're talking about. I mean, what can we expect? When can we get it? I mean,
Bad Intuitions, I plan on releasing it in July, like I had said. It's going to have inspiration of me on there. It's going to have some features on there from Payola, from Young Ted the Menace. Let's see, OZ. He did that mic pass with Carry On.
Yeah.
Free Carry On, by the way. I wish I could have got a song with Carry On on for the album, but it's okay. I know that when he comes home, he'll be at full force. So so I'm just waiting on that. It's got 14 tracks on it. I got about 3 left to record. So yeah, it's fire. It's fire. So
hey, not a lot of people put out 14-track albums, man. So that's work. So you definitely put in work. Speaking of putting in work, this is something I was really, really impressed with. You know, I hear you're teaming up with World Changers from Dallas and the Great Change Publishing Company, putting together a backpack drive for kids in East Texas.
Yes.
So tell us a little more about that.
Yeah, I'm teaming up with them I want to do a backpack drive not only for here in East Texas, but also up in the Dallas area. I just want to give back. I want to give back not only to my community, but help them give back to their community as well. So that's my goal, is to get a backpack drive. We're working on putting that together right now. So just school supplies and everything for families in need. And that's that's just that.
Man, coming from a kid that lived in the struggle, dude, I think that's probably the most important thing parents need help with is, you know, getting their kids school supplies and backpacks and stuff like that. Like, the fact that you're doing that, I think, is what made me, one, it made your music cooler to me, too. You know, like, not only is this guy, you know, having fun with hip-hop, but he's doing more, you know, for the kids and the youth. And I think that's, honestly, that's what hip-hop reaches the most is the youth. You know, we have our, you know, our old heads that listen to, you know, the 90s stuff. But, I mean, we need to keep that youth going. And so I appreciate that, too, man. I think what you're doing is an incredible thing. And, again, I really want people to go listen to his music and go see Inspiration, watch Inspiration to Meet, because you'll be inspired, man. So now we're going to get into a game that I call What the Heck. Now, these are just like 5 random questions. You can answer any way you want to. There's no right or wrong answer. Are you ready to play What the Heck?
I'm not afraid. Let's go.
All right. First question: Who would you let punch directly in your face?
Man, I don't know. Brian Chance. What's up, Brian?
Wow!
What's up, Brian?
That's awesome!
What's up, Brian? How you doing?
Brian Chance was on the show, and he was great. Shout out to Brian Chance.
Good buddy.
Whenever you decide you're gonna punch him in the face, we want it on the show.
I got your T-shirt right here, Bubba.
What 3 rappers, dead or alive, would you do a cipher with?
Be very entertaining. Let's go with Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
He's a great lyricist. I would like to, you said Dead or Alive.
Yes.
Tupac.
Yes.
And then I want to hear Zero.
Man. So we got 2 boys from Compton and then the H-Town. All right. So what's the weirdest place you've ever intentionally vomited? Mine would be a dishwasher.
A sink? Probably.
Okay, so who was your favorite Power Ranger?
Blue.
Hey, I like Billy. Boy was smart. Wait, which Power Ranger show though? Are we talking Mighty Morphin? Zeo Ranger?
I just like Power Rangers.
Yeah, right?
I just like.
Dude, I'm 23 years old and they got every single one on Netflix, and I'm in too deep. So, last question: why does Donald Duck wear a towel when he gets out the shower, even though he never wears pants?
God, tell? I don't know.
He's got a front tail too.
I don't know. I don't know, man. That's a trick question. That is really what the heck.
That was What the Heck with Airborne, man. You did really good. I like your cipher answers. Those were really good. Man, if Kendrick and Zero,
that'd be, I told you, it'd be classic.
Right. Dude, that's like, I want them to make an album together now. Like, just because you said that, I'm gonna be tweeting them and trying to get them on it.
That would be nice.
So, man, I know you got this debut album coming. Is there anything else you want to promote? Any future shows?
Man, I'm booked pretty much up through June. May 6th, I'll be in Fort Worth, Texas. May 11th, I'm going to do a little showcase down in Rusk, Texas, for Antonio Payola's album release party. After that, I'll be in Lubbock the next week on the 19th, and I'm just really trying to stay booked and stay busy. Just trying to provide and get my music out there more and try to reach more people.
So what can people do to, what are some websites they can go to? How can they book you, things like that?
All right.
Yeah, look at that.
All right. You can look me up on Twitter,
Bam.
SoundCloud. That's Snapchat, Instagram, and SoundCloud. ARRBORN 903, and on Facebook at ARRBORN THETEXAZ KID, and then Fly Class Records 903 on YouTube. You can book me at 903 ARRBORN at gmail.com, and you can contact me. And I'm open for all bookings.
And how can I get a badass T-shirt?
I know everybody in the room just looked at me on that.
Like, yeah, how? Tell us now.
ClickYourInk.com. They have them on their site. You can download them.
You got websites pushing you too, man. That's what's up. So, guys, this has been another great episode of Dig It with D Scribs, only on the ETX Rock Show. I want to thank Airborne for coming out. Man, this has been a great interview. I've had a blast. I'm glad I get to talk. I'm glad I get to talk hip hop with you, man. I usually don't get to, so this is kind of a treat for me, man. So guys, check out Delay on daphip.com by Airborne. Look out for his new album, Bad Intuitions.
Bad Intuitions.
Not good intuitions, but bad.
Bad.
So remember to support local music, and always remember,
ETX rocks.
Hey guys, I'm Katie Lynn, and make sure to tune in to ETX Rocks with
Boston Chris.
Aaron Watson, ETX Rocks.
ETX Rocks, Alan Fox Band.
Hey guys, we're the Morning Madhouse. I'm Carter. I'm Brandon.
I'm Ginger.
It's the best podcast ever made in all of history.
Hi, this is Paul Bebo on ETX Rocks with Boston Chris Barnes. You're gonna love it.
ETX Rocks.
Hey East Texas, DP here. ETX Rocks.
Hey East Texas, we're Enduring House, a Christian rock band.
ETX Rocks!
Hey, this is Monty Pittman from ETX Rocks.
Hey East Texas, Jaden Farnsworth, ETX Rocks.
Hey everybody, I'm David McCarty with the Gypsy Creek Band. As always, ETX Rocks.
Hey guys, this is Chris Colston. Thanks for tuning in to the ETX ROCKS Show.
To the ETX ROCKS Show.
The ETX ROCKS Show.
Ho! Hey folks, I'm WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and I just want to make sure you support local music.
Hi East Texas, this is Chris Wayne.
And Crystal Clark with KYKX 1057, ETX Rocks.
Hey East Texas, we're Lady Chaz and the Tramps. And just remember, ETX Rocks.
Hey, this is Todd Freeman of ETX Rocks with Boston Chris.
Hey, East Texas, I'm Waylon Hicks. And remember, ETX Rocks.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the one and only SP and Mexicano con Estilo. Make sure to support your local music, and ETX Rocks.
Hello, we're one way home.
Hey East Texas, this is Teaser.
Please continue to support local music.
And always remember, ETX Rocks!
Howdy folks, this is Aaron Watson. Support local music, and ETX Rocks.
Hey, this is Chris Colston. Make sure you support local music
And ETX Rocks.
Hey, this is Hannah Kirby. Thanks for tuning in to the ETX ROCKS Show.
Tough guy, ho!
Covering music-related content of all genres. If it filters through Eastern Texas, it's fair game. Y'all bring it. From Texarkana down to the coast and Dallas down to Houston and everything in between. We are ETX Rocks!